comes out, and this will get Xiao his levels, because he's just been camping mid, as you pointed out, and he was not getting much experience early, but all of a sudden, almost level 3. One creep wave away or so.
Rocket Flare scouts it out, but it's too late, so...
I like how they farm it quickly this time. After last game, Secret 5-manning their big stack. No chance LGD is going to give that type of free economy up this time around.
Yeah. Now, one of the problems Secret may run into is that both Enchantress and Visage are kind of supports that one farm. You don't have, like, the Kuro Rubik or something else that can be more of a 5 position, allowing Puppey to go for just Midas and playing greedy. And he may so well go for the Midas, but... These are two supports who can benefit a lot from getting farm. Visage wants the Medallion into the Aghanim Scepter. Similar story with the Enchantress where you want a Midas Aghanim Scepter. So for now, Puppey's getting plenty of farm in the jungle. Kuro hasn't been able to get too much, apart from pull camps. But we'll have to see if they give Kuro any space or if he's just going to be like not farming an Ag Scepter any time this game. Because at best, he may get a Medallion unless he's given a lane and some farm this game.
It's actually LGD who choose to buy a smoke here. We mentioned very strong defensively, but this is really the beauty of heroes like Earthshaker especially, where they can also play offense if they need to. S4, again, the fissure combinations. This is why we see Earthshaker second picked in so many games. It's not just LGD and Secret that often prioritize this hero. It feels like it's almost every team. If they get that strong mid laner, a Queen of Pain, a Shadow Fiend, a Leshrac, probably even the best partner in the game right now, you have so many options, whether he plays offlane or support. You can just always go for those picks, and if you're the ones on the back foot, you've got the defensive disengage. LGD off to a hot start here, and maybe after the solo kill showing off his individual talent. They even get eyes on the Secret Ancients. Last game it was Secret who kind of shut down LGD's own farm in the jungle, but it seems it may go the other way there too. LGD with a lead, not going to sit on it. They want to keep on applying pressure and look to expand it.
Yeah, I think the turnaround potential for Secret at this point doesn't come from Enchantress ganks, but TP rotations from Arteezy. His Gyrocopter is the one who can turn fights around and dish out more damage than anyone on this Radiant side. Hold down and Rocket Barrage.
But he's not going for the ganking build here. No drums. He's got the Aquila, but he's going into Dominator.
Yeah,
a sign that he wants to focus on farm. And, I mean, to be fair, this is a difference between Arteezy and I think the best example that we've seen a lot of, at least you and I in this tournament, Aggressive, where he always goes for like your phase, drums, just run around the map, TP smoke gank, more of a ganking gyro, but that's not really the Arteezy way. He likes to farm, and he is going to focus on it here.
Well, maybe Secret deciding this early mid game is not going to go well. They go for a kill on bottom,
yeah. They look for it with the call down on Xiao Wei. Soul Something coming through, not enough. Stick and heal up, another rotation. Maybe he tries to find Arteezy. He's a bit slow without the phase boots. That's a devastating kill, and he's going to grab it. A dominating streak. He looks for Kuro as well. Don't think he'll be quite in range here. They don't have a follow-up to that initial lightning slow. He will make it out. Well, if you're going for the Dominator, you cannot afford to die like that. And meanwhile, Sylar happily slicing creeps top lane. Very fast Battle Fury timing in the offing. The Bloodstone will begin construction here for maybe Leshrac. Still haven't seen the Enchantress really find any openings. Just farming. Now even going into a Midas, it looks like, for Puppey, potentially. Could have bought his treads if he wanted them. Secret are really rolling the dice on the farm game right now.
Yeah. Rolling the dice, but they're quickly running out of dice here, because I think it's the only one they've got left as far as options go. They've got a huge Leshrac problem. When the Lesh gets this big, there's just no real way you can fight into it unless you want to overcommit like your entire lineup. You have to use Sonic Wave. You need the Gyrocopter to be coming in. At that point, you're getting heavily outfarmed.
Gods, they have a hill ward mid, and they just rocketed the trees where LGD smoked only 5-10 seconds before, but they missed it, and they might get completely backstabbed here. Yao and maybe looking for the opening. The smoke's going to break. They know there's heroes around the tree line, and they're looking to go. Kuro, Arteezy just hugging the tower. LGD, they hesitate. They back off. They don't know what exactly lurks. So they'll just farm the enemy neutrals. That was almost another two-hero takedown. I think if they dive in there, they get both. But
you don't know what's waiting for.
They play it safe.
Because they have a lead, it's the right call to play it safe there. You probably got Sylar yelling, guys, I'm having the anti-H game here. Like I have almost got my Battle Fury. I have it by like 13 minutes here. Just don't do anything to ruin our lead, and we'll be fine.
They have more to lose than Secret right now.
Yeah.
They've got the anti-mage farming. It's a really good anti-mage game. You talked about Queen of Pain Hex as the potential answer to the anti-mage later on, but we're not going to see a Hex for a long time. Maybe, meanwhile, finding a kill on Arteezy. He went into the woods to farm, and LGD already had the ward in the jungle, so they spotted that. They completely catch him out. Beautifully played. Meanwhile, top, you can see a little pressure maybe going, but it's Puppey. Caught in the jungle as well. He's next. Hasn't left the woods, and so LGD take the fight to him. All of a sudden, completely out of control, Monster Shrek in the making. This guy is going to be so difficult to deal with, and they have an anti-mage problem as well. That's the terrifying part. Even if you manage to get maybe back under control, Sylar's farming. And if you focus on Sylar, I mean, good luck dealing with maybe. They're really caught between a rock and a hard place now.
Absolutely. They haven't really got the ability to gank or pressure Sylar anyways. S4's gone up there to maybe look to contest and slow down his farm a little bit, but ultimately Sylar can farm just fine against the Queen of Pain. So.
And they're farming their stacks once more.
Wow.
LGD just ping-ponging between aggressive moves into the secret jungle and farming stacks in their own woods. Their economy has been very impressive this game, and at the same time, Secret having 4 of the mid farmers, but I just look at the cores, and they're so far ahead on LGD.
Anti-Mage is in such a good spot. He can get a really good Battle Fury Vlad's timing. He could theoretically look to steal this Radiant Ancient stack, because Gyrocopter can't really farm unless he wants to go and like slow farm it with like 3 to 4 flat cannons.
They have to commit 3 or 4 heroes. Bring in the Familiars, maybe tank it with the Enchantress Untouchable, but yeah.
They may look to farm it early just out of worry for the Anti-Mage stealing it, but yeah, there's a lot of farm to be had.
And there's a ward there, so they know what's going on, LGD will, for a bit longer.
Yeah. It requires Vlad's plus Battle Fury, which is still like, if you're LGD, you're like, well, we've got to wait maybe 6-7 minutes before we can try and contest
it's full Midas Gaming Gods. Even the Visage of Kuro is building towards one. LGD,
Puppy's
they
been
look
scouted.
to punish even more. The smoke gang comes in, it's Puppey trapped out. Oh, did he buy the Midas in time? Yes, just barely, but they're giving up so much, and it feels like their bet is completely made at this point. Double Midas built, as well as going to the early Dominator and the Gyro. There will be no fighting for Secret, only dodging and farming. But even farming may be tough. Arteezy looking for the Ancients, but meanwhile, bottom lane about to get a heavy dose of pressure. They scout with the Weave. I think it just clipped Kuro there, and they see him. Fissure, another follow-up stun about to come out for maybe. He tries to run, nowhere to go. A monster kill for the Monster Shrek, and
it's all right. He bought his Midas as well. Similar story.
I guess. I mean, they've gone double Midas and Dominator, and they're still getting heavily outfarmed here. They're down 3k gold, and this is before the anti-mage effect. This is before the battle.
They're going to head towards the Ancients here. If they get here soon, they can look to punish Arteezy and steal some of this. He's been working on it for a while, but with just the Brown Boots Aqua Helmet Dominator, this is a very slow Ancients, and this ward has spotted him a few times.
It has. I think they're
maybe Invis.
Oh no, not again. He made the plays mid. Can he make the plays of the Ancients? Arteezy. If the stun isn't a complete airball, he's done for. Doesn't even need to hit it on his own. Godlike for maybe. 9-0 your score. Secret getting slaughtered. This is looking maybe even worse than the loss to Fnatic as far as how the game started.
Yeah, at this point it feels like they may just get blanked. Like, where do you find that first kill? Like, what have you got here? Maybe a hook shot into a cooldown or something? Speaking of hook shot, it looks like Zai did actually use that for something. It's on cooldown back at base, but
maybe for Sylar.
I think to escape from Sylar is my guess.
Oh, jeez.
Probably like a hook TP or something.
Great denied by Puppey, but it's even going to cost them this one. Cast coming out. They're going in with MMY. They deploy the Death Ward, and Puppey will fall again. He did use his Midas earlier.
There we go.
They commit a lot. They get something. The first kill of the game for Secret, and they whiff the stun here by maybe. Yao's on the back foot. Can Secret find more? They really need additional kills to come out. A Blake forward, a Scream, even a Rocket. There's no hook right now, as you mentioned. It was used earlier. 15 seconds on the cooldown there. But Battle Fury is ready now, gods. He's just got to send it out.
There's a Bloodstone up on Leshrac, and this is not just like a... He didn't even disassemble his Arcane Boots. That's kind of...
That's ridiculously impressive.
That's very...
He's 9-0-0.
I mean, his net worth is just absurd.
At the same time, I'm curious how Secret are going to look at it, because I feel like they'll look at it, and this 4 is just going to say, I shouldn't have died to him solo. And a lot of this came from that initial
kill.
I
mean, some of the following kills were maybe going to be hard to prevent. Like, when the Earthshaker rotates in, there's a lot of kill potential between these, so it'd be a lot better for S4 and not quite as crazy for maybe, but he was always going to have the neutral stacks. He was always going to have an Earthshaker rotation, which would probably lead to a kill or two. So maybe it wouldn't have been like the godlike Leshrac right now, but
it still would have been a good one.
I still feel like this would have been a fantastic Leshrac game, and they never had any way of shutting down Leshrac or stopping the anti-mage farming. The way LGD played with the Witch Doctor mid lane, meant that there was no room for Puppey to ever get any kind of successful gank there.
And they knew that was the play. As top lane, the tower will fall. There's a backstep from Puppey, but Yao's in position. They are protecting Xiaohui's Witch Doctor of all heroes. Maybe now rotates in. Only the 8 Bloodstone charges, but at this rate, he may ramp them up rather rapidly.
S4 gets a tower up top, so he's...
Yeah, that's important for
As
Secret.
far as the economy goes for Secret, like, they're not terribly far behind on overall net worth. It's been very much like they're getting what they can wherever on the map, but it's coming at the cost of, like, core heroes' lives here and there, and
it's also coming at the cost of even pressuring the anti-mage, who at this point has the Battle Fury. Expect to see his farm ramp up. Let's see if LGD continue to find their openings. Familiars are in position to go on Yao. There's a single stun. Second Familiar backing off. I am curious to see how much more pressure LGD wants to put on the map, because right now seems still like the best time to strike. With Double Midas not really having paid off fully yet. Gyrocopter yet to pick up his BKB. He has 1,300 gold on Arteezy, though. And they are moving Sylar down bottom, so it seems they want to start applying pressure elsewhere. Even a call-down use here. You could just see from every move Secret makes, they don't really want the big fight now. They want the creeps.
They want to go for the ultra late game here. There's not much else to it when it comes to what Secret's game plan is going to be, but the gold advantage should get slightly more LGD favored just because how much Anti-Mage's farming speed accelerates with the Battle Fury. But
can they kill him with 4? If they hook into a double Familiar stun, maybe, but that's about it. And seeing the clock top, Sylar has almost no fear.
Unlikely. Yeah, he's going for a heavy stats build as well, so he's sitting on about 1,100 HP. So
with the power treads. And he's got 1,600 up already. I am curious, does he want the Vlads, or does he just go more into a combat anti-mage this time around?
I feel like you skip the Vlads when you feel like you really need a fast Manta against like an Orchid timing, but that Orchid timing just doesn't exist. I mean, S4 is sitting on 3.2k, so you don't know what he's going for.
He could go for one. LGD on a big smoke gank here. Secret are sitting back in decent position to reveal it and maybe turn it, but they fissure Puppey to start.